Hey, what is up? And welcome to Goddess on the Rise. I am your host, Sarah Burke, and if you're here, thank you. This podcast is all about being real, raw, and authentic AF. So if that's not your vibe, go ahead and skedaddle. But for the women who are here, this is your time to step in your power, to be confident as fuck, and just be that self-loving goddess on the rise that is in every single one of us. So buckle up, girlfriend. We are going on a ride. All right, here we go. Happy Thursday. I have been trying to record for a hot minute, and of course, technical difficulties. Story of my life, you guys. Story of my life. And now my dog's running into things. You can probably hear it in the background, along with all of the jets flying around. So enjoy that. Today's episode is going to be a lot different than usual and litty AF, mostly because I've been up all night, had clinicals all day, and I am now checking my pre-workout. Woo woo! As I'm watching the jets like fly by my window in my office, like, hello, freedom. I love it. Anyways, today I am coming on here to do something super special, super different. And I came up with the idea, and I told my sister about it. And she was like, yes, oh my God, you need to do that. So, with that being said, I'm nervous and I'm also excited. All right, so nervous because I'm going to be talking about something that is real and raw and authentic. And obviously, you know, that is the whole theme of this podcast, right? But also because it is a really, really, really personal, but it's something that I want you to feel so empowered to do, right? So, if you don't already know, I am in school getting my bachelor's in Ayurveda Wellness and Integrative Health. And I'm also in a certificate course for NLP, which is Neuro Linguistics Patterns, like reprogramming, and EFT, which is a tapping method for your emotions, and then hypnotherapy and Reiki, and it has so many other amazing techniques in it. Well, part of those things is kind of doing it on yourself and learning that way. And because of this, I have really applied those things. And what I found was super beneficial, and I've actually done it before, was to write a letter. And before I wrote a letter to my body, and that was really empowering, and it just felt super, super good. And if you don't know too, I always feel like I'm going to write a book one day, and I have all of these freaking random pages typed up, and there's no flow to them at all. It's just almost like a diary, like me getting out my emotions and me writing about my life. And it's been really beautiful and therapeutic. And because of that, I wrote this letter to my father. So this is the episode a lot of you have been waiting for, probably knew it was coming, but it is the Dear Dad, Dear Father, Daddy Issues episode. Feel like every woman has an episode like this, or has like a moment like this. If you have had daddy issues before, you probably get exactly what I'm talking about. But The reason why I did this episode wasn't just to throw someone under the bus. In fact, that I don't really care about at all. I have no intentions of doing that. And, it just doesn't really suit me. But the reason why I wanted to do this episode was, one, because I found myself writing about things that women close to me have gone through, or some of my clients have gone through. And it's what I've gone through, right, in my past. And it just felt super empowering to get it all out. And I want to share it with you guys today. So maybe you feel empowered to do the same, to write it out, get that release that feels good to you. And I think that there are some important lessons that I am about to talk about. So without further ado, here we go. All right. Dear Dad, there have been so many times that I have wanted you. I've needed you, and I've thought about calling you, but I didn't. And I was angry. And honestly, I think I still am. As much as I like to say that I'm healed, I'm not sure that is the case. For years, I've looked for love where it didn't exist. And honestly, that is on you. I hated myself. Even when I was the thinnest, like the rest of the girls in my school, I struggled. I struggled with eating disorders. I starved myself. I binged. I overworked out. I neglected myself because of your words. Those words that cut me so deep like a knife, over and over and over again. And then someone would say something similar, and it was just like rubbing salt into that wound. I can't watch scary movies. I'm scared of the dark because of the times you would scare me or force me to watch scary parts of movies. I was disgusted with my body, my period, my boobs. I felt guilt when I licked the spoon of a dessert I was making. I hated you, and I blamed you for everything, while you were the biggest critic, biggest hater. You were my bully. You were my mean girl. The voice I would hear in my head over and over and over again, calling me a liar, telling me I was making it all up. It was all in my head, making jokes about my emotions. And not funny jokes, cruel jokes. You were the flame to my fires. And honestly, I'm not sure who I would be, who I am today, if it wasn't for your fuel. So I won't thank you for what you did to me, but I will thank you for your hatred for me. The trials you put me through, although unnecessary, they made me who I am today. Not because of what you did, but because of what I did in result of that ridicule. I no longer scream the lyrics of Mean by Taylor Swift at the top of my lungs. You, with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me, you have knocked me off my feet again. You got me feeling like a nothing. You, with your voice like nails on a chalkboard, calling me out when I'm wounded. You, picking on the weaker man. You have pointed out all my flaws again as if I don't already see them. All you are is mean. But me, I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm me. I love myself. I am confident. I'm rich. I'm full of love. I'm full of empathy. And I feel so good. I feel a release as I write this to you. The words you say or that used to call me. I don't flinch when I hear them anymore. I am me today, not because of you, but because of what you did to me. And from the flames you threw at me, I made something beautiful. I am amazing. I've got through the hardest days. And that is because of what you did to me. And for that, I thank you and I release you. I no longer have to worry about what you say to me or said to me. You no longer scare me. You have no control over me. And I thank me for that. Woo-wee. That was so, for me, honestly, therapeutic. And there was some parts that were very deep, parts that I don't share with anybody really. And a lot of that stems from my nervousness about not necessarily ruining someone's reputation, but about how people would feel about it, about me sharing these things. And I'm telling you, when you become more confident and you love yourself through and through, you worry less and less and less about what other people think and more and more about what you think, what's important to you. And for me, that's sharing my voice. And the reason why is because I recognized that there was this feature in all of my clients, this struggle that they had. And that struggle was from a parent or someone who meant a lot to them. They didn't treat them the way they should. Or maybe they did the best with what they had. Or maybe they placed their beliefs on them. And when you place beliefs on a child, what do? They take it on as their own, right? But I noticed this underlying pattern with all of my clients. They would struggle with what a parent had said to them, what a parent had made them do. Whenever they were in trouble, lying on the floor, having to do a workout in front of company that they would have because they were too fat. Memories like that, they stay in your subconscious. They stay in your body, your muscles. They make you ache on the days you don't want to ache. And when you are ready, you can release that. So if you're listening today and you can relate to this, I want you to write a letter. Maybe it's your ex-boyfriend, maybe it's your parent, maybe it's your dad. Or maybe it's someone who has said something to you that you held on to and you don't want to let them have that power over you anymore. Write the letter and then burn it. Or rip it up. Or drown it. Whatever you have to do to make yourself feel whole again. I love you so much, and I hope this podcast episode found you well and made you feel something. And not in a bad way, but in a release of some sort. I hope this episode made you feel empowered to take back your life today and every day moving forward. I hope this episode hit home in ways that make you feel so loved. Just know that I think you are amazing. And what you have gone through does not equal who you are. You can write your own story. I love you so much, and I mean it so much. You are thebomb.com. Share this episode with a friend who needs to hear it. Post it on your stories, post it on Facebook. Let me know you listened. Rate and review. That's how we get the word out. That's how we help others. You're not alone. All right, happy Thursday, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend. You deserve it, babe.